Pokemon kinda sucks. The amount of potential Pokemon has surpasses nearly everything Gamefreak has done. Pokemon Sword and Shield was a lot of fun and I don't regret buying it at all, but come on. Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise of all time. I'm pretty sure you can spare more than 24 million to make a fantastic Pokemon game. While I don't agree with these no-life Twitter accounts harassing Gamefreak on every single post they make for over a year, I do think that Pokemon can spare 0.01% of their total gross revenue, which by the way is $90 million to make a truly amazing Pokemon game. I just can't get the thought of a breathtaking, open-world Pokemon experience, on par with the likes of Breath of the Wild, or literally any open-world game that puts in a little bit of effort to make it fun. The Crown Tundra DLC, which I think is the best thing Gamefreak's ever done, is the closest we've gotten to it, and it's amazing. But imagine an entire game like this, just imagine. That'll be great, but we all know it's never gonna happen, so we'll have to settle for the greatest Pokemon game ever made. PokeMMO is a ROM hack that uses Pokemon Fire Red, Soul Silver, Emerald, Platinum, and Black and White to create a Pokemon experience that surpasses anything Gamefreak has done by using things Gamefreak has made. It's like if you were to draw a sketch of the Mona Lisa and you did nothing else with it for 24 years, but then someone came around and actually painted it, and it was 10 times better. That's PokeMMO. The game seamlessly integrates the 4 available regions for you to travel between, and it actually works. Getting tired of Kanto? Head over to Vermilion and go to Unova. Getting sick of Unova? Go wherever you want. Have you ever wanted to travel around the Pokemon world with your friends? Now you can do that. My favorite part of our journey so far is when we got lost in Rock Tunnel for 2 hours. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Along with being able to play with your friends, there are also people around the world just kind of walking around, going on their own adventures. If you want, you can chat, trade, or battle with them. The only downside to this is that some sick degenerate will come at you with his team of full level 100 Pokemon and go over to Pallet Town and start challenging trainers that have nothing but a level 5 starter. To the people who do this, why? What do you gain? But other than that, this is honestly the closest Pokemon has gotten to the anime, which is amazing. At the time of watching this video, I have currently only explored around half of the Kanto region. I made another profile just to see if the black and white games would run on my Potato Mac, and they did. Perfectly, in fact. This is one of the great things about this. You don't need a good PC to run these games. You can even play it on Android, which is always nice. And it's not that hard to get into. It's just like any other Pokemon game, but with a few changes, especially to the difficulty. The devs did a great job rebalancing everything to make this, you know, an actual challenge. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, I didn't black out once in the entire main story. I never even got close. In PokeMMO, I lost my first fight to Gary. Yeah, he's still here, and sadly, no, we can't name him something non-kid friendly, but at least he's an actual challenge. Hal, Hop, and these people, I forgot their names, were no challenge at all, and even if you beat them, they were just like, oh, that's alright, I'm sure you'll get it next time. No. I want a rival that makes me and my friends want to destroy him every single time we see him, and not just so we can get past him, so we can feel the sweet, sweet satisfaction of winning. But even things like gym battles and trainer battles were changed. Some have different Pokemon, different abilities, different sizes, and you can actually rematch some of the trainers in this. It makes grinding a lot less tedious, and instead of fighting 100 wild Pokemon, you could just go fight a few dozen trainers and you'll be good to go. For those of you that don't know the definition of an MMO, it means massive multiplayer online game. We discussed what it's like to play with friends, but what is it like to play with random people? Well, it's great. It can sometimes be a bit crowded in some areas, but if it really bothers you, you can always switch channels. And no, this game isn't just Pokemon but with more people. They actually built some of the mechanics off of the MMO aspect. For example, there's only one of each legendary Pokemon, and each trainer who catches it has to defend themselves, as in they have to accept every single battle request. If they are beaten in battle, the Mewtwo goes to the winner. If they are offline for too long, the Mewtwo goes back to Cerulean Cave, until another trainer finds and catches them. They also host tournaments, where trainers go to test their strength in a Pokemon League-like tournament. And hey, if you don't like fighting, you can always just watch. You can also do this with normal battles. You can make bets with your friends on who you think is going to win. It's great. Like I said earlier, this feels so much like the anime. The MMO aspect makes this feel like a living, breathing world with trainers and Pokemon at every corner. But don't let all this preaching tell you that PokeMMO is perfect. It's not. But the only flaws it has are flaws that were already in the older games. They don't include some of the good changes that the newer games have. There are a lot of trainers and wild encounters. One thing that Switch games do better is that the Pokemon actually appear in the overworld. You can't access your PC whenever you want, you can't pet your Pokemon or interact with them as much as you can in other games, just minor stuff like that. But I'd say the good outweighs the bad. But Owl, how do I get PokeMMO? Why, thanks for asking. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, watch all my videos. Actually, what you have to do is go to the PokeMMO website, sign up, download the client, then you have to rip the files for the games off your original cartridges. Oh, you don't have those original cartridges? That's too bad, because looking up a ROM online would be piracy, which is illegal, and something I do not condone in any circumstance. But if you were No, but actually, if you want to do this the right way, and you own all the games, or at the very least, black and white, I suggest you look up a tutorial on how to rip the files so that you can play legally. Oh yeah, and liking and subscribing is part of the download process, so make sure you do that or it will not work. Now it should be clear to literally everyone watching this that PokeMMO is an improvement on the franchise in nearly every single way. Sword and Shield, like I said, were fun games, but most of it was just flair. The mechanics, stories, routes, just most of everything that made Pokemon a ton of fun was gone. How do I propose they fix this? Well, Gen 8 should be wrapping up, unless they put another DLC out called the Battered Boot or something. So for Gen 9, I suggest making the entire region a wild area, just one big place for you to explore to your heart's content. The wild areas are easily the best part of any of these games, and the DLC really shows that. But you also have to encourage that exploration. In the older games, exploring can take you to whole new areas that you wouldn't have found otherwise, which makes it feel like an actual adventure. Also, make the game harder. Another thing PokeMMO did to increase difficulty is to not tell you what Pokemon someone is sending out before they do it. This is a change that doesn't make it unfair, but makes you plan ahead on which Pokemon you send out beforehand. Randomize some teams. No, don't randomize Pokemon, just randomize the order in which they come out, so the trainer can't just use 3 Pokemon that counter them and switch those in. As for story, make it so that I'm not told to go to a hotel, stopped in front of the hotel to be told that I need to walk inside, then interrupted once again once I'm in the hotel, and told that I need to sign up. Then, once I get to the counter, I'm interrupted by Team Yell. Just let me play the game, please. I'm not 4 years old. I don't need to be told every 5 milliseconds where to go. But there are people that are. Pokemon is directed towards children, so instead of forcing everyone who plays to suffer, add an easy mode. That's all you have to do. Have an option to turn off tutorials before you enter the game. And finally, what this entire video has been shoving in your face, make multiplayer a key focus. Do I think they'll make a full-scale MMO? No. I'm not even sure if I want them to. Nintendo's online sucks, and that'll be very bad. You can already see this if you turn on internet connection in the wild area. But a small-scale multiplayer would be a great first step. Something like 2 to 4 players would be awesome. What I described is just the tip of the iceberg, but it already drastically improves the game. This video probably just seems like I'm bashing the new games and holding on to nostalgia. I'm really young, so that's definitely not it. It's the lack of quality in the newer games that's making me feel this way. Pokemon, as I said, is the highest grossing media franchise of all time. They could do whatever they want. If they wanted, they could hire twice the amount of developers and give themselves double the time. Genshin Impact, a game whose publishers only make bargain bin anime games, had a higher budget than the new entries in the highest grossing franchise of all time. PokeMMO is a mod made by a few developers and has completely rebalanced and evolved Pokemon, while Gamefreak is over here making rushed, underdeveloped, not Pokemon games. But whether you're scaling the Pokemon Tower, competing in epic battles with your friends, getting lost in vast dungeons, PokeMMO has a little something for everyone. So if you have friends, a computer, and an internet connection, go out and play it. You don't have a choice. Thanks for watching this video. As you can tell, I highly suggest you play PokeMMO. It's easy to download, easy to connect with friends, and incredibly fun. Again, a link to the website will be in the description below if you're interested. I had a lot of thoughts to share about Pokemon and the state of the franchise, and the discovery of this game gave me the opportunity to. I don't hate Pokemon Sword and Shield by any means. I wouldn't have spent 80 hours in the game if I didn't enjoy it, and the Crown Tundra DLC was actually some of the most fun I've ever had with Pokemon. But again, that's DLC, not a full game. And the majority of Pokemon Sword and Shield was fun, but just okay. If you enjoyed this and want to see more, subscribe. I think this video is pretty good and should reach more people. Like the video. This lets the algorithm know that you liked it, and that other people should check it out. Or you could always share the video. I have a Discord server filled with some pretty great people. We talk about Nintendo news, we sometimes play games with each other, and it's the easiest way to get in contact with me if you want to talk more about PokeMMO. And finally, let me know what your experience with Pokemon has been recently. Are you enjoying it? Are you absolutely despising it? Are you in the same boat as me? Kinda neutral? Feel free to let me know. Okay, I'm done with the shameless plugs. That's all for now. Have a nice day.